several members of the Associated Students and an entire bus full of students just came back from the March in March, where over 12,000 students were demonstrating to show you, Dr. Walzer, how we're responding to this. And I believe that as a crisis that we are in, elected officials could go beyond their roles as politicians and come to the students and the people on the quad and say, I need your help. I need you to mobilize. I need you to get signatures for these initiatives. I need you to register to vote. We need a policy that encourages everyone to participate, because what we're doing now is not working. The jail unions are getting more money than us. California's #1 in jail spending. And instead of just putting a Band-Aid on things, I say we need to address the real problem for what it is and call it what it is. Because if this happens on top of the Student Success Task Force, education as we know it is not going to be the same. The mission statement is to provide equal access, open opportunity education for everyone. That's why I'm here. This is that bridge. And deteriorating it in any way, shape, or form is never okay. And I don't care if it's politically unpopular. You do it because it's the right thing to do. And I know that just because I'm transferring, you may say the state isn't a budget crisis, but there are initiatives that are being worked on. And I just spoke with the Senator Butler and Senator Fran Havley. And there are things that we can do. There are initiatives coming. And in 2 years, and if those pass, and we mobilize, and we hold out, and we use reserve funds, and we do all we can, and we inform students. And then in a year or two, and the economy turns back around slowly, and we have more, we're taxing millionaires and oil companies. We have revenue, and we haven't changed the entire institution. Have you heard of the shock doctrine? Where people are afraid and they make decisions based on fear. It's a manufactured crisis. We need to do all we can to get in the streets, not just in this building. And this building is way too small. For an institution of 35,000 students, we need a room that's open and available. And don't tell me that it's never full, because the reason why it's not full, that's a part of another problem, right? You're cutting our education and hoping that we'll be more involved, and the highest unemployment rates, and the highest tuition increases, and you want me to walk around and just be happy and say everything's fine? What are we supposed to do? And I would hope that you would go beyond your job description, right? And be a leader and go to the community and say, we're going to mobilize and call for a strike. We're going to do whatever we have to do. We're not going to sit back and allow private companies, we're not going to outsource public services on our campus, in our community. That's not okay. We're extracting public money from FAFSA and financial aid and local scholarships and giving it to private companies. We don't even know who those private companies are, and we haven't even had a say in this. We haven't been given a say in this. This is a last-minute decision. It just came to me, and I'm really upset, and I'm not going to hide that. I'm tired of acting like everything's fine, and I'm tired of claiming to be progressive when you vote for things that aren't. You have to have policies that are progressive if you're going to claim to represent the public interest, and that's the only reason why we're here. I don't know what we have to do, but we have to do something. And I'm urging you to please, we can help you. You can help us. We can work together as a community. And we can do something different. This is not the solution. This is the wrong solution at the wrong time. Please, please. We're asking you, we're begging you, we're urging you. Because if this happens, students are not going to sit back and take this. That's all I can say. And we tried. We tried through the protocol and the shared governance. We tried through DPAC, and we tried through AS, and we tried through all these shared governance processes. But we're tired because we're not being heard. We're sitting in another room. We're sitting in another room disenfranchised. We have an advisory vote, not a real vote. Josh is saying, please hear me, pressing a button. Who are we serving?
If you believe, I'm not saying that you should believe or will believe, but if you did come to the conclusion that this college engaging in contract education would have no negative effect on our core mission, our main body of students, but rather would only enhance it by providing additional funds to keep them in school and provide greater access to make up for the money which the state has taken away from us. Would your reaction and attitude towards what the proposal is be the same? And if so, why?
No, it would not, and I'll give you specific reasons why it would not. The state has a budget, and society democratically supposedly decides what we should fund. And I'm not going to say that we should not fund education. I'm saying that it's essential to a functioning democracy for people to be informed. And what we're saying is that the state shouldn't subsidize it. We should just let them subsidize other things like jails or military spending or whatever other subsidies we're doing. This is a paramount decision. Secondly, what you're doing is creating a system where wealthier individuals can afford classes. And so if I've noticed this, the disparity is already so huge. And anything that adds to that is inherently wrong. We need to be going in the exact opposite direction and trying to create Pat Brown's original master plan for higher education, which was free or openly affordable, as you who went to the UCs so benefited from. My plan is to sit here to tell you that we have to think big and bold. If we think small, that's what we'll get, small results. And so I understand it's a challenge. We get it. It is a state crisis. But there are solutions that we aren't applying, and we're not mobilizing, and we need to. And so it's the issue of we need to fund this. It's publicly funded. It's a public service. It's a public sector responsibility, not a private sector opportunity where investors matter more than students. Students are not a means of profit. That's totally backwards to our original plan, who you all benefited from.
Okay, hold on. We need to really all be good listeners right now. He's exercising his right, and we're going to listen. And so I'm now going to move to Trustee Jaffe for a question, and then Trustee Amanoff for a question.
I actually just wanted to thank Harrison for organizing the buses up to Sacramento. I think that was great.
My commissioners organized it. I can't do everything, and I should take no credit.
But that was,
It was my
I'm glad
commission.
that we had students go to Sacramento.
Okay.
However,
Thank you, though.
Sacramento is not well funded at the moment.
Trustee Amanoff?
Thank you, Harrison, for coming in. It's clear that you've fought for these issues and that you're passionate about them. We're all experiencing this very weird moment in which we're living in the state of California that has, for some reason, divested itself of its responsibility of education at this moment.